Welcome to Games and Names. Tonight, we delve into the world of Taekwondo, a Korean martial art renowned for its distinctive kicking techniques. We focus on the Egyptian national team, famous for its skill and success in the sport. Taekwondo has a rich history and global appeal, blending tradition with athleticism. The Egyptian team's achievements have brought pride to their country, inspiring a new generation of athletes. Join us as we celebrate the mastery and excellence of the Egyptian national Taekwondo team, showcasing their precision and dedication in international competitions. Taekwondo, a Korean martial art, is known for its dynamic kicks and mental discipline. Originating in the 1940s, it gained international recognition and became an Olympic sport in 2000. Competitors earn points by landing kicks and punches on the opponent's torso or head. Protective gear is worn for safety during matches, which are divided into weight categories for fair competition. Prestigious championships include the World Taekwondo Championships and the Olympics. Taekwondo is a Korean martial art and combat sport that has evolved from ancient self-defense practices into one of the most widely practiced martial arts in the world, known for its emphasis on high, fast, and spinning kicks, discipline training, and a philosophy combining physical skill with moral development. And today it stands as a full Olympic discipline with its own global federation and a packed calendar of international championships. The roots of Taekwondo trace back more than 1,000 years to Korea's Three Kingdoms period when warriors of the Goguryeo, Beach, and Silla kingdoms practiced striking and kicking arts such as Taekyon and Subak, emphasizing agility, high kicks, and open-hand techniques, and although these early forms were not yet called Taekwondo, they laid the cultural foundation for Korea's distinctive martial art identity. Through centuries of change including the Joseon dynasty and the Japanese occupation of Korea in the early 20th century, indigenous Korean martial traditions were suppressed but continued underground and were later revitalized after World War II when Korean martial artists, many of whom had trained in Japanese karate and Chinese martial arts, returned to Korea and began establishing their own schools called kwans. These included Chung Do Kwan, Song Mu Kwan, Mu Duk Kwan, Ji Do Kwan, Chong Mu Kwan, and O Do Kwan, each emphasizing slightly different techniques but sharing a commitment to reviving Korean martial heritage. In 1955, a committee led by General Choi Hong-hai unified these schools under the name Taekwondo, meaning the way of the foot and fist, signifying both the art's kicking and punching techniques and its ethical, disciplined path. From this unification, Taekwondo spread rapidly throughout Korea and then internationally through demonstrations, military training exchanges, and migration. By the 1960s and 1970s, Korean masters were establishing dojans, training halls, in North America, Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, and the art gained recognition as not only a method of self-defense but also a competitive sport. Taekwondo's rules evolved to reflect this sporting dimension while retaining a philosophical core of courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and indomitable spirit. Competitors wear a dobok, white uniform, and colored belts indicating rank, fight on a matted square arena, and score points by delivering accurate and forceful kicks and punches to permitted target areas. Modern Olympic-style Taekwondo, governed by World Taekwondo (WT), formerly the World Taekwondo Federation, emphasizes full-contact sparring where athletes gain points by striking the opponent's torso or head with controlled, valid techniques. Punches to the torso score fewer points than kicks, and higher difficulty techniques such as spinning or jumping kicks score more, especially when aimed at the head. Electronic scoring systems integrated into protective gear now register the impact of valid strikes, adding precision and transparency to judging. Matches are typically fought over 3 rounds of 2 minutes each with 1-minute breaks, and penalties can be awarded for infractions like stepping out of bounds, grabbing, or falling. There is also a pumsi, forms, competition discipline, where athletes perform pre-arranged sequences of techniques judged on accuracy, power, rhythm, and presentation, highlighting the art's traditional roots. The journey of Taekwondo into the Olympic Games reflects decades of internationalization. After the formation of the Korean Taekwondo Association in 1961 and the establishment of the World Taekwondo Federation in 1973, the first World Taekwondo Championships were held in Seoul that same year with 19 participating countries. The International Olympic Committee, IOC, recognized World Taekwondo in 1980, and Taekwondo was included as a demonstration sport at the 1988 Seoul Olympic Games and again at the 1992 Barcelona Games, where it attracted global attention with its dynamic kicks and structured competition. Its success as a demonstration sport led to full medal status at the 2000 Sydney Olympic Games, marking a historic milestone for Korean martial culture and for martial arts as a whole, and since then Taekwondo has been featured at every Summer Olympics, Athens 2004, Beijing 2008, London 2012, Rio 2016, Tokyo 2020 and Paris 2024, continually refining its competition format, safety standards, and global reach. Today, Taekwondo is practiced in more than 200 countries, making it one of the most international sports under a single federation. It continues to blend its traditional roots with modern sports science and technology, maintaining its identity as a martial art while thriving as a high-energy spectator event. Its history from ancient Korea to the Olympic stage, its codified rules promoting fair and dynamic competition, and its rich calendar of championships from world to continental levels all reflect a sport that embodies both heritage and global modernity. The Egyptian Taekwondo team has a strong history of success in martial arts. They have excelled in prestigious competitions like the World Taekwondo Championships, showcasing their talent and determination. The team has also performed well in regional events such as the African Taekwondo Championships. Their achievements inspire aspiring martial artists in Egypt and highlight the importance of hard work and discipline. The Egyptian Taekwondo team stands today as one of the most consistent and successful martial arts teams in Africa and the Arab world. Over the decades, Egypt has built a remarkable tradition in Taekwondo, combining rigorous training, strategic development, and a culture of resilience that has allowed its athletes to rise from regional competitions to the highest stages of the sport, including the Olympic Games. Taekwondo began to take root in Egypt in the late 1970s and early 1980s as part of the country's broader adoption of Asian martial arts such as judo and karate. Initially practiced in small clubs and sports centers, Taekwondo quickly gained popularity among Egyptian youth thanks to its dynamic kicks, discipline, and international reputation. The Egyptian Taekwondo Federation, officially established to regulate and organize the sport, played a crucial role in spreading Taekwondo across the country. By the early 1990s, Egypt had begun sending athletes to African championships and early World Taekwondo Federation events, laying the foundation for future success. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, Egypt dominated African Taekwondo. Egyptian athletes frequently topped the medal tables at the African Taekwondo Championships, establishing themselves as a powerhouse. The team's success was not limited to individual athletes but extended to a well-structured national program that emphasized scouting young talent, providing them with high-level coaching, and exposing them to international competition. Egypt also made a strong mark in Arab regional tournaments. The Arab Taekwondo Championships and the Pan-Arab Games became arenas where Egyptian fighters honed their skills and earned valuable experience. This regional dominance created the momentum necessary for the team to compete credibly on the world stage. Egypt's breakthrough on the global stage came as its athletes began to qualify for the World Taekwondo Championships and the Olympic Games. The turning point was Hidayah Malik Waba's bronze medal at the 2016 Rio Olympics in the women's -57 kg category. It was a historic moment that not only put Egyptian Taekwondo on the world map but also inspired a new generation of fighters. This success was followed by another Olympic bronze medal at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, where both Hidayah Malik, this time in the women's -67 kg, and Saif Issa, men's -80 kg, secured podium finishes. These dual medals in Tokyo represented the culmination of decades of investment in the sport and showed that Egypt had become a serious contender in Taekwondo at the highest level. The success of the Egyptian Taekwondo team is rooted in a solid training infrastructure. The Egyptian Taekwondo Federation has worked to establish training centers across the country, offering young athletes access to elite coaching and sports science support. Camps abroad, especially in Europe and Asia, have allowed athletes to spar with world-class opponents, keeping them competitive on the international stage. Moreover, the government and sports authorities have increasingly recognized Taekwondo as a medal-producing sport, especially after the Olympic successes. This recognition has led to more funding and greater media exposure, encouraging more young people to take up the sport. Looking ahead, Egypt is poised to remain a powerhouse in African and international Taekwondo. With a new generation of fighters like Shad El Hosseini, Nur Abdul Salam, and Aya Shihada joining veterans like Hidayah Malik and Saif Issa, the team appears well positioned for the Paris 2024 Olympics and beyond. The combination of experienced champions and promising young talent ensures that Egypt's Taekwondo legacy will continue to grow. The story of the Egyptian Taekwondo team is one of perseverance, growth, and excellence. From humble beginnings in local clubs to standing proudly on Olympic podiums, Egyptian athletes have demonstrated that with proper training, strategic planning, and unyielding spirit, a nation can rise to global prominence in a highly competitive sport. With its rich history, remarkable athletes, and consistent success in major championships, the Egyptian Taekwondo team is not only a source of national pride but also a symbol of what dedication and vision can achieve in the world of martial arts. Saif Issa is a renowned Taekwondo athlete representing Egypt on the national team. His journey in the sport began at a young age, leading to numerous successes and championships. Saif has excelled in both national and international competitions, showcasing his skill and dedication. With a remarkable track record, he has secured victories in prestigious tournaments and earned a reputation as a top athlete in Taekwondo. Saif Issa stands today as one of the most celebrated figures in Egyptian and African Taekwondo history, representing a new era of excellence for the sport in the region and embodying the values of determination, consistency, and skill at the highest international level. Born in Cairo in 1998, Saif Issa began practicing Taekwondo at a very young age, inspired by the legacy of Egyptian martial arts champions before him and encouraged by his family to dedicate himself to a disciplined training regime. As a child prodigy in the sport, his remarkable flexibility, tactical intelligence, and fast decision-making on the mat soon caught the attention of local coaches. By his early teens, he had already won multiple national championships in his age categories, and his path to the national team became inevitable. Issa's breakthrough on the international stage came when he began competing at the World Taekwondo Junior Championships and various African continental tournaments, steadily building a name for himself as one of Egypt's most promising athletes. His style, characterized by precise timing, powerful kicks, and strategic adaptability, made him a formidable opponent in the -80 kg category. Over the years, Saif Issa transformed from a young hopeful into a symbol of Egyptian Taekwondo's global competitiveness, consistently medaling in tournaments across continents. One of the most defining moments in his career came at the 2016 African Taekwondo Championships held in Port Said, Egypt, where Issa clinched a gold medal in front of a home crowd, firmly establishing himself as Africa's leading competitor in his division. This victory was not just a personal triumph but also a boost for Egypt's position as a powerhouse in African Taekwondo. He followed it with strong performances at the African Games, where he became a multiple-time gold medalist, and at international open tournaments such as the Luxembourg Open and the Fujairah Open, further polishing his global reputation. However, the pinnacle of his journey so far has been his participation in the Olympic Games. At the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, Saif Issa etched his name into history by winning the bronze medal in the men's -80 kg Taekwondo event, becoming one of the few Egyptians ever to achieve an Olympic medal in this sport. His performance was particularly noteworthy because of the caliber of his opponents and the composure he displayed under immense pressure. That bronze medal did not simply symbolize a single tournament win but was the culmination of years of disciplined training, resilience after losses, and an unwavering belief in his ability to stand among the world's elite athletes. Beyond the Olympics, Issa has consistently performed at World Taekwondo Grand Prix events, earning podium finishes and gaining valuable ranking points to secure his place among the top competitors globally. He also continues to dominate the African Taekwondo Championships, where he has collected multiple gold medals, reaffirming his dominance on the continental stage. His achievements extend to representing Egypt in the World Taekwondo Championships as well, where he has battled some of the sport's biggest names, demonstrating Egypt's growing influence in a sport traditionally dominated by countries like Korea, Iran, and Turkey. Saif Issa's impact goes beyond the medals and titles. He has become a role model for young Egyptian athletes, showing that with dedication and strategic preparation, it is possible to rise from local clubs to the Olympic podium. His discipline, sportsmanship, and humility off the mat have also made him a respected figure within the international Taekwondo community. Through his social media presence and participation in national sports programs, he actively encourages youth participation in martial arts and emphasizes the importance of perseverance, healthy competition, and national pride. Noor Abdel Salam is a highly accomplished Taekwondo athlete from Egypt who has made a significant impact in the sport. Starting her journey at a young age, her passion and dedication have propelled her to success on both national and international levels. With numerous championships to her name, Noor has proven herself to be a dominant force in Taekwondo, inspiring others with her hard work and exceptional talent. Noor Abdel Salam, born March 29, 1993, is a prominent Egyptian Taekwondo athlete who has built a long and distinguished career in the 49 kg, flyweight, category, representing Egypt in numerous international, regional, and continental tournaments. Her history is one of persistence, consistency, and many medals, particularly at the African level, as well as representation at major multisport and Olympic events. From the Youth Olympics to Islamic Solidarity Games, African Championships, African Games, and the Olympics, Abdelsalam's journey reflects both the challenges and the triumphs that come with being a top-level martial artist over more than a decade. Noor's early major international exposure came when she competed in the 2010 Summer Youth Olympics in Singapore, in the girls' 49 kg event, though she was eliminated in her first match by Melanie Fan, who went on to win a bronze. This loss, early in her career, did not deter her. Instead, it was part of her growing experience in international competition. In 2011, Abdel Salam attempted to qualify for the Olympics via the World Taekwondo Olympic Qualification Tournament in Baku, Azerbaijan. She was eliminated in her second match by Carolina Karstens of Panama, but these early setbacks were vital in building her competitive mettle. Over the following years, she progressively improved her performance, gaining more medals and recognition. One of her earliest major successes was at the 2013 Islamic Solidarity Games held in Palembang, Indonesia, where she won the gold medal in the women's 49 kg category. That same year, she also earned a silver medal at the 2013 Mediterranean Games in Mersin, Turkey, 49 kg. These results marked her arrival among the top regional competitors. In 2014, she won the gold medal in the African Taekwondo Championships, 49 kg, in Agadir. This was followed by further continental golds in 2015 at the African Games, Brazzaville, in 2016 at the African Championships hosted in Port Said, and again in 2018 in Agadir. Her dominance in Africa during those years became well established, making her one of the most successful female athletes in Egyptian Taekwondo in the flyweight division. In 2019, she continued competing at a high level. She took silver in the 49 kg event at the African Games in Rabat, Morocco, and she won another silver at the Military World Games in Wuhan, China, in the same weight category. These strong showings, though not gold, confirmed her place among the top competitors in Africa and the world. At the 2020 African Taekwondo Olympic Qualification Tournament, she successfully qualified to represent Egypt at the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. There, in Tokyo, she competed in the women's 49 kg event but was eliminated in her first match by Rukay Yildirim of Turkey. Although the Olympic result was not among her best, simply qualifying for the Games remains a significant achievement, especially in a weight class that is very competitive globally. Over the course of her career, Noor Abdulsalam has collected multiple gold medals at African Championships, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2018, at the African Games, 2015, at the Islamic Solidarity Games, 2013, and silver medals at multi-sport events and military world events. She also has placed bronze in continental championships, for example in the 2021 African Taekwondo Championships in Dakar. Her consistency stands out. She has remained one of the leading fighters in her category over many years, adapting to shifts in competition levels and maintaining competitiveness even when younger fighters emerge. Noor Abdulsalam's journey, from early youth competitions through continental golds and multiple medals, through attempts and qualification for the Olympics, is a story of resilience, craft, and national pride. Her achievements are among the most impressive in Egyptian Taekwondo, especially in the women's flyweight division, making her both a veteran and a role model. Shad El Hosseini is a renowned member of the Egyptian Taekwondo team, known for her exceptional skills and numerous championship wins. Starting her Taekwondo journey at a young age, she quickly rose through the ranks with dedication and hard work. El Hosseini has earned gold medals at the World Taekwondo Championships and multiple victories at the Pan-Arab Games, solidifying her reputation as a top competitor. Shad Sami El Hosseini, born on September 25, 2004, is one of Egypt's most promising young Taekwondo practitioners, competing mainly in the weight classes around 49 kilograms and 53 kilograms. She has steadily climbed the ranks of international competition and earned her place among the world's notable athletes in her divisions. Her story is one of youthful talent, steady progression, and breakthrough successes that show not only personal excellence but also the growing strength of the Egyptian national Taekwondo program. From her first international encounters to winning medals in the Mediterranean Games and the World Taekwondo Championships, Shad El Hosseini's career so far has been marked by determination, hard work, and moments where her potential shone. Shad's earliest international spotlight came during cadet events, notably in the Third World Taekwondo Cadet Championship held in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, in August 2017, where she qualified to the semi-finals by defeating the Lithuanian champion Youngli Liu with a score of 22-7 in the quarterfinal. That performance underlined her promise at a young age. At the same tournament, Shad, along with teammate Habiba Ahmed, secured one of the first bronze medals for Egypt in that competition, contributing early to the national reputation in international youth taekwondo. This result was important because it built confidence and exposure. As a cadet, competing against her global peers, she displayed composure and skill. Progressing into senior and higher-level competitions, Shad entered the Mediterranean Games in 2022, Oran, Algeria, competing in the women's 49 kilograms division. There she won a bronze medal, marking her first major senior regional multisport games medal. This accomplishment placed her on a broader stage, proving she could succeed beyond youth/cadet categories and compete with more experienced opponents. The Mediterranean Games are especially tough for Taekwondo because many countries with strong martial arts traditions, Southern European, Middle Eastern, North African, participate, bringing high levels of competition. In 2023, Shad El Hosseini achieved one of her biggest breakthroughs at the World Taekwondo Championships in Baku, Azerbaijan. In the women's bantamweight class, up to 53 kilograms, she won a bronze medal. That medal is particularly significant. The World Championships are among the highest levels of competition in Taekwondo, often second only to the Olympic Games in prestige and difficulty. Earning a medal there shows she is now among the global elite in her weight class. She advanced through several rounds, demonstrating her technical ability, strategy, and mental strength. The fact that she could handle the pressure and succeed in matches against top international opponents underscores her growth as an athlete. There were also tournaments where she encountered setbacks, which are part of her development. For example, at the 2022 World Taekwondo Championships in Guadalajara, Mexico, she competed in the women's flyweight but was eliminated in her second match. Though disappointing, such results are common for athletes rising through the ranks. These matches provide valuable lessons, helping sharpen one's approach, tactics, and preparation for future high-pressure fights. Her consistency in regional competition has also been notable. Shahd has represented Egypt regularly in continental tournaments and has shown strong performances in African Taekwondo circles, obtaining medals, bronze, silver, in the African Championships and contributing to Egypt's medal tallies in multisport regional games. Her transition from youth medalist to senior competitor has been smooth, marked by periodic podium finishes, and demonstrating that she has the discipline and support to continue improving. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Games and Names. We appreciate your support. Stay tuned for more fun games and name discussions. Our team works hard to bring you quality content. See you next time on Games and Names.